Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. It's
What's
your
up?
girl,
What's up?
Shireal, and my husband, Mr. OD,
Huh.
aka Henry, over
I
here.
need you to introduce me as Henry first, then Mr. OD.
I
All
can
right?
do whatever I want, but I mean,
It's gonna be a good episode. You talking about this? You do whatever you want.
I'm just saying, like,
All right.
you asked me to start doing the intro, so
If this
let
is the
me do
type of
my job. Let me do my job.
If this is the energy you have for this episode, say less. Go ahead.
Okay, you just made that really.
I'm ready for you.
This is just unnecessary for no reason. I was just saying, what's up, yo?
What's up?
What's up? You good?
I'm great.
Everything great?
Everything good.
Good. So check it. I follow this lady on Instagram, and yo, I'm just gonna jump right into this week because this is a good one. I follow this lady on Instagram, and she was saying, as a married woman, a lot of married women say they have sex with their husbands regularly, at least 2 times a week, right? I haven't even gotten.
I know. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so she said at least 2 times a week, regularly they have sex with their husband, right? So she's like, 2 times a week? You call that regular? She's like, if you're having sex with your husband 2 times a week, that's 8 times a month. 8 times out of 30 is a failing grade. That's what she said. So, and the funny thing is, and when she first said 2 times a week, I was like, oh, that's good. That's great. 2 times a week, that's a nice regular schedule to have sex. But then when she ended it with 8 out of 30 as a failing grade, I was like, whoa, I never thought about it. Like if my son came home with a math test and he got 8 out of 30, I'm like, you're going punishment. You're losing your iPad. You're not going outside. Don't ask me about no snacks. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
Wow.
So when I look at it like that, I'm like, she got me thinking. So my question for the fellas, for my husband tonight, is 2 times a week a good regular schedule for sex?
That's a great question, Shireal. And I don't know if I want to answer.
Answer.
I'm going to answer.
You should answer.
Why you give me all of that? You should answer. Like, you excited to hear what I got to say?
Oh my God. Just, what's up, yo?
I think 2 times a week is good. I think more would be better for any husband out there. Because, keep it real, before marriage, people be like, oh yeah, we was in here like rabbits. We was doing this and that. Bam, 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 all the time. And then when they say you get married, it slows down to like once a week, once a month, once every 2 months. You have like your little droughts, as they say. That drought is real. It does happen in marriage. And most people either won't say nothing about it or they'll go out and cheat if they're in a drought. And that's just being real. But to prevent that from happening, you got to score a better grade than 8 out of 30.
So what about people who are doing better than 8 out of 30 and then they still go cheat?
I don't know. People grown, so they gonna do it. They gonna do what they want to do regardless. But nah, for me, when you said like twice a week is good, that's okay. I think all men, married men, want more than twice a week.
So what ideally would be a good amount a week?
Anytime the man is ready or the man is willing, which can be every day. Now, why you?
Wait, what? Anytime the man is willing, anytime he's ready, really?
Yeah.
So how? Okay, so let's drill that down a little further. About how often do you feel you willing and ready?
I'm ready every day. Every day. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening.
Because that's the truth. Like every man is ready every day for their wife. I don't care if they're not ready. They're ready.
What does that mean?
Like if they're asleep and you be like, I didn't want to wake you up. No, wake me up because I'm ready. and if I'm not ready, I'm gonna get ready. You men are always ready. We always on go mode.
Okay.
Now, to be honest, like, and most men ain't gonna be honest like that. They're not gonna say like they got the strength to be ready, because they could be dumb tired and be like, I'm ready, but I'm not. I don't have enough strength to be ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just be respectful too in my wording. Why you?
I'm about to scream.
Why you about to scream?
Because it's funny.
That's
funny.
a real thing.
No, I'm laughing.
Like,
though.
as
It's
you-
hilarious.
Like men be out here now.
So when you say the strength, though, you mean like the?
No, I'm
You
saying
mean like a
the
blue pill?
No.
Oh,
You just the strength. Like, men are always ready, right? And we need something to keep us ready.
wait.
When I say keep us ready, meaning like a woman who desires us and desires sex as much as we desire it. Now check this. I can want it all the time. You can maybe want it to just make sure that I'm satisfied. But if you don't have a desire to want it as much as I want it, it might not give me like enough strength to maintain. I'll be like, you don't want it? Like, okay, well then never mind. Because I want you just as ready as I'm ready. Does that make sense?
that makes sense.
It makes it more enjoyable when you want me as much as I may always want you. You know what I'm saying? Because I always do. I always want you.
But okay, that's a great point. That's a valid point. So here I am, your wife, right? Right, and you know we're 11 years in, and we got the babies, and we got the jobs, and we got all the things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, say I'm not really ready, like I'm tired. You know, it's 11:35 at night. I'm about to put my bonnet on.
Oh Lord, not the bonnet.
I'm about to lay down, kick my feet up, and then you start rubbing on my thigh, and I'm like, oh. But in my mind, I'm like, nope, don't do that, don't do that.
Ladies, let me say something about that bonnet. That bonnet gonna get you divorced. You got to be careful. Going to bed with a bonnet, hair wrap. You ain't freshen up. You looking with a t-shirt on, a big old t-shirt that got holes in it. That's nasty. We don't want that. Get some now, fellas. Now I'm gonna give you some homework too. Get your wife some nice pajamas, some sexy, cute ones. You know you want to come to bed nice. Give her the right tools. But ladies, I need you to tighten it up too. I'm sorry.
Did Kevin Samuel's spirit just drop down in your soul? Like, I'm about to cry laughing right now. What did you just say?
I'm telling
The
you.
bonnet is going to get you divorced?
Divorce with a capital D. You ain't going to get no D. You going to get divorced. Go ahead. Finish your statement about rubbing on your thigh. That's where you were, right?
I have tears in my eyes right now.
I don't know why, because it ain't funny. It's the truth.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Shireal.
I'm sorry. I'm just stuck. Okay. Note to self, do not wear a bonnet to bed. All righty. Okay, where was I? All right, so
it's 11:35.
So anyways, let's remove the bonnet, but I'm tired. I'm about to take it down,
Okay.
right? And then you put your hand on my thigh, you start rubbing. I'm like, oh goodness. But I have to, check myself and say, you know what? My husband is ready. So let me, even if I'm not ready and I'm not really ready to get ready, let me just do it anyway. Cause I'm gonna be now, since we all being honest around here today, talking about D's and divorces, for a woman, sometimes I'm like, let me just get this over with. Because I don't want to say no. I am tired, probably more than tired, exhausted. But I know I also want to do my wifely duties. And if you up, I'm trying to get you down and ready for bed, right? So there are times as a woman where I'm like, let's just get this over with. And and you used to say this when the side booty came out, like so every once in a while I'm like, look, let me turn to the side.
Don't no husband want the side.
This
booty
is the thing about
effect.
the side booty. It's a couple of things.
Oh my god!
Number
one,
one,
even get on
as because for me, I'm just gonna speak for myself. I actually enjoy that position, number one. Number two, I feel like you enjoy it, but you enjoy it so much that you be trying to like not do it because of how much you enjoy it because it's going to be fast. But I like it
You
being
ain't got to
fast
say all
sometimes.
that.
Well, why? You get to say D for divorce and all this. Let's be,
No, that
since
is-
we being real.
No. I get it, but go ahead.
Okay,
Continue.
so what I'm saying is, why is it a problem if I'm still fulfilling my obligation, like, and I'm not necessarily as excited as you are about it?
Because-
I'm excited once we start, like once it's going popping, it's popping. But initially, sometimes it's not like I'm not where you at, but I'm still willing to bend over.
That remind me of them 2000 parties. Bend over, bend over, bend over.
Don't switch the subject.
No, I ain't switching subject at all
Okay.
because I got something to.
Okay, so what's
Rebuttal.
the problem?
So the problem is, no husband wants sympathy sex.
It's not sympathy
Or
sex.
let
though.
me finish. Or we don't want settlement sex. Like,
So then you don't want sex.
I'd rather you say, not tonight.
Would you rather
Let's
that?
do it another time.
You would rather me
Or-
just say no. Now choose your words.
And no, but I'm gonna say this right now.
Choose
I'm gonna
Let me
say that
know.
because
Would you rather me say no?
having sexual relations, intercourse, sex, mating, coming together with your husband, with your wife on some, I'm gonna do it because I know you want it. It feels like it can make a man feel a little bit weird. And when I say weird, is like she didn't want it, but she gave it to me anyway. That don't give you like our vibes, like a little bit,
Are?
like rapish vibes. It's no, because the way
No.
So the way, like for men, like,
Rapist, Henry?
no, check
That's
this out.
far.
Like we process differently. Like we can want it so much, and you feel so obligated, and you like force yourself to do it. That's not consensual. at
You're
that
not
point.
forcing me. I'm not forcing myself, but I'm
Maybe that was a poor
talking
choice.
myself into it.
Maybe that was a poor choice.
that was a
of word.
horrible choice of
But
word.
I'm saying, like, for men for men we want you to want it as much as we do, because men can be overpowering, we can be aggressive, we can be assertive, we can be dominant, and we cannot think about your feelings and not think about you because of what we want so
well, that
much.
sounds a little rapey.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But okay, let's
I'm
be
saying that in
honest. How many
reference to
times are
when-
you ever that way? You're never that well. I mean, when I don't want it to be that way, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm saying, like, but you know, if it's just us at night about to go to bed, you're not usually that way. It's usually like a, yo, babe.
It's a gradual.
You know what I mean? It's like a nudge. It ain't like a get over here. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I mean, there are times, but you just got to be careful.
come.
But it's different for men, especially like black men. Like anything could be turned differently.
With your wife?
Let me tell you something. Mike Tyson, when he was married to Robin Givens, what did she say?
Were they married
Yeah,
or were they dating?
they was married.
They were married.
She said that man legally.
I think we need to Google that.
No, that was real. There was a real marriage and it was a real divorce.
I thought they were.
She said on the
Dating.
stand that man raped me.
Okay.
And for him, it was like just rough sex. But like you
Okay.
see how it can get miscrewed?
Yes, I get that, but I also feel
All
like
I'm saying is
that's a
that
big example.
It's a big example. I had to throw it out there because at the same time, like, man, we just have to be careful too. Even we with our wife, like, we don't know what that can do to you later down the road.
Okay.
Something could be triggered later on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially if women have had a traumatic growing up or experience, and then you start like, is that love or was that love or was it something else?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you married, you never know what you tapping into until later on. Meaning like what you went through. You might not tell me what happened in your younger years until we 20, 25 years down the road. And then I could be like, oh, that's what that was. Am I making sense?
No, you make a lot of sense. It's just that I honestly didn't think it was that deep.
Sex is deep because it's more than
No,
just
not that
penetration.
sex isn't deep. I didn't think I just got deeper. It got way deeper than my expectation of this topic. But okay, I get it. But I think the other part of it though is like you went a little far for me because what I was trying to really just understand is let's take it back to a little bit like shallower depth.
Okay.
You said you would rather me say no than talk myself into having sex. I'm trying to come back here so I can remind myself when I'm not in the mood to be just like, no.
Don't. That's not a segue.
No,
be like,
that's
no all
exactly
the time.
where I was at. I was there. You went rapist. So it's like I'm like, wait. I just wanted to know: is it okay for me to be like, chill, bro? Instead of saying, and it's not even something I would necessarily tell you in my mind. So say we laying down about to go to bed. You give me the nudge. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I was tired, right? But then I'll immediately be like, okay, you know what? Let me just.
But.
So this is happening. I'm processing this.
Okay.
It's not out loud. So you don't even know how I'm feeling. I'm processing it. So you would rather me tell myself, nah, girl, you tired. Let homeboy over there do him. And I'm going to let him know I'm tired. No.
Your body tells me what you're thinking.
Okay, so you rather me say no. Let me just come back to that. Let's clear the air. I don't want
you to tell me no. I want you to do it in a way where.
But I cannot always guarantee that I'm going to be where you are. Because if I'm being honest, when we first met, yes, 5 times a day was great every day, right? But 11 years later, that I can guarantee you 1,000%. Every single day, I'm not there. However,
you hit me with a Denzel.
No, I can guarantee it.
I guarantee it. I stand by.
And I'm just talking about right now. I don't know what 5 years from now going to look like. I don't know what 30 pounds lighter going to look like. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking for right now in this moment. Every single day is not a let's go. So there are days where I have to just bow down, Shireal. I have to talk myself into it. So what you're telling me is don't do that, babe. Don't talk yourself into it. I'm good with whenever.
I feel like I'm in a tough place and a rock and a hard place right now. Because I want you to have the freedom to say no, but I also want you to be there for me.
Don't be nice. What do you want? Don't think about my freedoms and my feelings. What do you want? Would you
say less? Then you fighting through it. You gonna fight through that thing.
Okay, that's our time, y'all. Lord have mercy.
This topic was wild.
So before we go, real quick, I just need to real quick. So 2 times a week is a little too little. So we looking at maybe between 4 and 6 times a week. Is that around a nice range?
Yeah.
All right, ladies, you heard it here. 4 to 6 times a week, and do not go to bed with no bonnet. All right. Before we go, one more thing. I'm sorry. Happy birthday to my boo.
Appreciate
his birthday is on Sunday, so happy birthday, Henry. Y'all can send him his birthday love via the whatever your device is that you're watching. But I got something special planned, and it might have something to do with this topic. Anyways, y'all check out marriageunmastered.com for everything of Marriage Unmastered. We're excited. Thank you so much for joining in, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.
Peace.